T minus 1 minute. T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Rips the helmet off Rudolph's head and then eventually swings it and hits him in the head.
1, 2, 3, where you not hardcore? I let you live hardcore. And the letter of the rich was way hardcore. Yeah! Now we're rocking.
What's up? Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Hardcore Challenge Live, the official webcast of the Hardcore Challenge, which, of course, as you all know, is the pinnacle of fantasy football competition. Are you out there playing against your sister, your cousin, your aunt, your uncle, your mom, your dad, the fucking old neighbor down the street? Or are you really playing in the pinnacle of fantasy football competition that is the Hardcore Challenge? Well, it's time to get into it. Week 7 is in the books. Week 8 is upon us. And we start out with the Week 7 Game of the Week. The Week 7 Game of the Week took place in the AFC as you had division leading Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood sitting at 5-1, facing off against 4-2, division leading Bleeding Green. It was a matchup of two of the top teams right now in the AFC, where we're at currently through 7 weeks, and it was not even close. It was a little close out of the gate in the Thursday night game, but after that, man, once Sunday hit, this wasn't even a fucking contest. Tom left Bleeding Green in the dust. This was a runaway victory. Tom did not even give Brett a chance. This was a complete beatdown, not even close. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood 220. Bleeding Green actually put up a respectable 164, but when your opponent's putting up 220, you're not even fucking swinging in the same ballpark. Big win for Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood as they take the game of the week and move to 6-1. A dominant performance, and they are dominating the Great White North, the AFC, right now. So who else was the big ballers this week?
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Yo, check out Homeboy.
Big baller in the AFC was Bison Broncos with 215, taking down high-scoring All-Pro Afro. In the NFC, it was Average Joe with 193, taking down that current number 1. Pack Attack is back with a 1-point victory. And the biggest baller of them all was the Game of the Week win, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, 220. And now it's time to unveil. There's been some shakeup. We may even have a new number 1 on the Power 5. Went to the top. Now it's time to go to the bottom. New names showing up on the shit list this week. We got some new little nuggets as a 5th L. We'll get your name on here. Mama Jason off the snide, but still on the shit list. T Big L, they got off the snide too, but still 1 and 6 on that shit list. Big Dog, even with a win, still sitting with 5 L's on the shit list. And Big Dog handed me my 5th L and put Silver and Black Attack, yours truly, on the shit list for this week. And Renegade Misfits, also a new little nugget.
The boy has no skills. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Now it's time for the Week 8 Game of the Week.
Is that why you were here?
The Week 8 Game of the Week this week takes place in the NFC, as we have a couple of teams that are currently tied for first place in their division, looking to take that next step of sole possession. You have the defending league champ, Brian and Take It Deep, facing off against Joey's Tank Tops. This is the second time Joey's Tank Tops has been highlighted in Game of the Week. They're currently tied for first place in the Dirty South. They didn't perform well last time they were in Game of the Week. Will this be any different? Brian and Take It Deep. These guys have only faced off one time before. Take It Deep was victorious. Will it happen again? Will the defending champ continue his run to get back to the playoffs and defend his crown? Will Brian take down Joey's Tank Tops? Is Joey's Tank Tops going to finally show up and prove that maybe they're ready to take that next step and be a team that's ready to contend in the NFC of the Hardcore Challenge? Who you got? You got Joey's Tank Tops, you got the defending champ, Take It Deep. I'm undefeated in Game of the Week picks thus far, and I'm picking Take It Deep, the defending champs, to move to 6-2 and take down Joey's Tank Tops and drop them to 4-4. That's my pick for the Week 8 Game of the Week. And now it's time for the rundown. Let's start in the NFC, shall we? As the Great White North has got dicey. We've got a new leader, lucky number 11 at 4-2-1. Yeah, they tied last week with Mo Better Butter, our first tie of the year. LaMartian Carroll took a loss. She dropped to 4-3, half a game out of first. And Skullcrushers are still kicking around, staying relevant with a win at 3-4 in this division. Mama Jason's off the snide at 1-6, but still sitting in the cellar. Elite East, it's Pack Attack is back, and Take It Deep are now tied at the top, as Pack Attack is back has slid, losing 2 straight games. 1,325 points scored, sitting as the highest scoring team in the entire league, but they're tied at 5-2 atop the division. Knoxville Assassins has fallen off the pace in this division, losing 2 straight. Brad is on the skids at 3-4. Big L's at 1-6. He's not relevant as of yet, and probably won't be this season. The Wild West. It's a 2-horse race right now, as you got Black Hole at 5-2, losing 2 straight. They're still sitting on the Power 5, even though they've lost 2 straight, and they're still sitting in sole possession of first place. But Donkey Punch had a chance this week, but they lost. Only sitting 1 game out at 4-3. Mo Betta Butta at 3-3-1. They're still in the hunt in this division. And Renegade Misfits at 2-5. They're 3 games out. A big loss this week for Travis that could have kept him in the conversation. He's not out yet, but man, he's got to make a run now. The Dirty South is anybody's game in the NFC. You got 3 teams tied at 4-3. Joey's Tank Tops, the Bandits, and I Got a Chub. And Average Joe, who's been putting up some crazy points lately, is sitting at 3-4. This is a 1-game division for the entire race. So that is going to be a very interesting division to keep an eye on going down the stretch. That wraps up the NFC. Let's hit the rundown of your AFC. In the Great White North, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, the new number 1 on the power rankings in the entire league, number 1 on the Power 5. They have staked claim that they are back. They've squirreled away all the number 1 picks, man, and Tom has made it happen. He's 6-1, 2 straight wins, sitting with a solid 2-game lead over Daco's Tuesday with his backwards foot. Bad Company, 3-4. They're not out of it yet, as Jake is still hanging around. And Knox Vegas Anarchy. Kevin has rose from the dead, won 3 straight, and has creeped to 3-4, and he's in the conversation in the wild card race. Nice work, Kevin. Nice work. Elite East of the AFC. Blackout, 6-1. One of the other powerhouses, Steve-O, has really stepped up and stepped forward this season. He's 6-1. Stone Ponies with a big win this week. They've moved up to 3-4. Bison Broncos won 2 straight. That's who I got this week. They're 3-4. And Big Dog, who took me down, he's 2-5. But Blackout and Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood are running away with their divisions right now. You guys somebody's got to slow these guys down, or they're going to clinch these real quick, and you'll just be talking about wild cards. You got those 2 divisions, so you got 2 teams running the hell away with it, and then you've got the Wild West and the Dirty South, we don't know what the fuck is going on in these 2 divisions. The Wild West of the AFC, Bleeding Green, lost 2 straight, just come off the Game of the Week loss, are still sitting in sole possession of first place at 4-3. Stinky Pinky, having lost 4 straight, completely on the skids. King Salami lost 2 straight, also on the skids. And actually, Under the Influence has crawled back from the dead and won 2 straight. They're all 3-4, 1 game behind Bleeding Green. A 3-way tie for last or second, however you want to look at it in the Wild West. It's anybody's fucking division still. And the same thing is going on in the Dirty South. This was one of the strongest divisions in the league over the past couple years. Spawned 2 playoff teams last year. And man, it's looking rough. Reggie in first place, 4-3, lost 2 straight with Bucket Raider 2002. All-Pro Afro, Joe, he's the leading scorer in the AFC. He's sitting at 4-3 coming off a loss. Beaver Street Roar, sitting at 3-4 coming off a loss. And myself, sitting at 2-5 coming off a loss. At 2-5, I'm only 2 games out of first. This is anybody's division as well. There are so many divisions right now that do not have a clear winner, that are within 1 game of the entire division or 2 games. This has been a strange season for 2020 and an even stranger season for fantasy football. A couple divisions have strong front runners, but the rest of them, it's anybody's game. 90% of the league is still in the playoff hunt and in the wild card race. It is complete insanity. 6 owners are without a playoff appearance. 7 more are still searching for their first playoff win. There's a chance that some of these get in this year. It's been a very, very screwy and interesting season in the Hardcore Challenge. Dirty Dozen, Season 12. That's for damn sure. If you happen to miss my post in the Hardcore Challenge Facebook group, we had an unfortunate incident that happened to our new trophy, the Mandich Cup. I was sending it to Canada. It had to go through customs and everything. We had it well packaged, wrapped in blankets, and somebody treated it very, very badly. It looked like it was thrown, dropped, tossed. The entire football on top was shattered, which caused damage to the entire rest of the trophy. It's a complete loss. I'm heartbroken and just completely disgusted by it. I'm dealing with insurance right now through customs to get our new trophy procured, and we gotta have a trophy, man, and we're gonna get the same one remade, and unfortunately we're not gonna be able to ship this bad boy around the country. The original Hardcore Cup went through several injuries like this. Stinky Pinky sent it back, the cup got destroyed, I had to rebuild it. Somebody else had sent it back and it was it's been damaged numerous times, man. I always repaired it, refurbished it, sent it back out to the new owner. I was hoping with this one, we could just ship it from owner to owner, and I could just send the plaque out to be added on to it season to season, but we just can't trust them to take care of our cup, and we don't want to see another one get damaged. So it's going to end up being an in-studio prop. We're going to make a proper home for it, and it will become part of the show, part of the webcast. And if anybody's ever, this way, you're traveling, you want to take a picture with it because you're one of the champions with your name on it, we're going to send you out a nice frame picture once your name gets put on it with the cup. So you've got some sort of commemoration every year when you win it, but we just can't send it out anymore, man. The Mandich Cup home will be a Hardcore Challenge headquarters, and we will flash that bitch on the show all the time, but it's sad. The champion will get you money, and you'll get your championship ring, and you'll get your name on the trophy, but the trophy's just not going to be a traveling trophy anymore. We just can't risk it, man. That was a very expensive trophy, and it was a total fucking loss, and it really sucks. Make sure you use that IR space only for IR. It's not for suspended players. It's not for anything else. It's IR and COVID. If it doesn't say IR, doesn't say COVID after their name, do not put them in that spot. It is not to squirrel away suspended players, guys that are injured, any of that shit. And make sure, one defensive player or defensive team has to be on your bench at all times to support the defensive side of the ball. We added that extra bench spot just to support the defensive side of the ball, not to drain the talent pool of the offense. Make sure you got your shit ready. It is week 8. Are you ready for the challenge? You got your shit in order? As I'm saying, man, this whole league is still fighting for relevance in a playoff spot. It's insane. Nobody is really out of it. There's some new names on the shit list, but hell, even half those guys are still in a fight in their division. I showed up on the shit list this week, but I'm still only 2 games out of first. It is just a crazy year 2020 is, and it's no different here in the Hardcore Challenge. Are you ready for week 8? Good luck. Game on. Peace!